The first question is about, we do not have an organizational system for teaching Fard al-Ain and Fard al-Kifaya to second and third generation Muslim. My parents brought me to this country when I was 2 years old. I am 20. Since then I have not learned the basis of my deen. This is, I think this is very important because it's a very common situation. We have Fara'id al-Ain. Our scholars divided knowledge into Fard al-Ain and Fard al-Kifaya. Fard al-Ain is obligatory on every Muslim, and there's no excuse whatsoever. أول واجب على من كلف ممكن من نذر أن يعرف الله والرسول بصفات مما عليه نصب الآيات. The first obligation on anyone who reaches the age of taklif or responsibility is to know Allah and His Messenger. You have to know Tawheed, a basic text on Tawheed like Imam al-Tahawi's text, understanding of what we believe. You have to know how to pray. And people say, well, prayer is easy. Prayer is not. Prayer is not easy to learn. Prayer actually takes effort. The Bab al-Sahu alone, even in the most basic text, is a complicated bab because it teaches people how to think, how to use their intellect. Islam develops intellect. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ بِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. The deen is for people of lub. Learning how to do wudu takes time. It's not something you can teach somebody in 5 minutes. There's differences between the fara'id, between the sunan, between the mustahabbat, makruhat, mubtilat. And these are important distinctions. Yusuf al-Nabahani radiallahu anhu mentioned that in the hadith that Salman al-Farisi relates, in the end of time, there would be people praying in a masjid, and there are 50 people praying and not one of their prayers was acceptable. The ta'liq that he made on that hadith, commenting, he said, because they won't have any knowledge. They'll just be doing motions and not knowing it. So this is a crime that the parents perpetrated on the child, because it is a wajib on the parents to teach their children the basic of their deen, and if they don't know it, then they have to learn it. And the only thing in Sharia that is mandub before the age of purity is hifz al-Quran by Sharia. And right before puberty, they have to learn how to pray, how to fast, and how to do wudu and these things. And they're essential. Sayyidina Umar wrote to all of his amirs in the Muwatta of Imam Malik, إِنِّي لَأَرَى مِنْ أَهَمِّ أُمُورِكُمُ الصَّلَاةِ فَمَنْ حَفِظَهَا وَحَافَظَ عَلَيْهَا فقد حفظ دينه ومن ضيعها فهو لما سواها أضيع. I see that the most important matter of all of our matters is the prayer. So whoever guards it and is vigilant about it has guarded his deen. And whoever ignores it and neglects it, he's more neglectful of everything other than the prayer. Prayer is the foundation of our teaching. The Prophet ﷺ said, الْأَحْدُ بَيْنِي وَبَيْنُكُمْ الصَّلَاةِ فَمَنْ تَرَكَهَا فَقَدْ كَفَرَ. The oath, the bond that I have between you is the prayer. He knows us غُرًّا مُحَجِّلِينَ عَنْ يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ from wudu. That's how he knows the ummah. If people aren't doing wudu, then they're in big trouble. Really, big trouble. So we have to create in this country, we need to create serious institutions. Christians, they have hundreds of Bible colleges. We need institutions. We need to train. We need institutions solely for our women. In England, they have Jami'at al-Huda for girls, teaching girls Sharia and these things. The women need to become educated in their deen. In Sahih al-Bukhari, Aisha said, نِعْمَ النِّسَاء الْأَنصَارِ. The best of women are the women of the Ansar. لَا يَمْنَعُهُنَّ الْحَيَاء مِنَ التَّفَقُّهِ فِي الدِّينِ. Because modesty does not prevent them from becoming faqihat in the deen.
Before I started studying here, I didn't pray. I wasn't very religious. I really didn't care. But after I started taking classes, gradually my life started changing. Everything I learned, I tried to implement it in my lifestyle. Like, the dress changed, the prayers, I went to study abroad. I went to Syria with the encouragement of Sheikh Hamza. I went to study abroad. Like some of his students went to Mauritania and I think Hadramaut. It was a very good experience for me, and inshallah I would like to help other people, new Muslims also, in their journey.
Alhamdulillah, I became Muslim about 4 years ago from the Jewish tradition, and alhamdulillah I'm at the Zaytuna, just benefiting from the knowledge and the brotherhood here, alhamdulillah.
Okay, and if you could summarize how you feel your life has been benefited by Zaytuna Institute and what takes place here? Or do you feel like there's been a benefit?
Alhamdulillah, I've been listening to Sheikh Hamza Yusuf for about 2 years now, and I can really say that he's guided me intellectually and spiritually to just understanding Islam, and to have a real practical Islam in my life. and in presenting Islam to others. And now that I come here often, alhamdulillah, I'm with the community that's doing this, and it's my level of iman and this is increasing, as well as the brotherhood, being with the brothers is amazing. So alhamdulillah.
You know, whenever I come to Zaytuna, the people here, the classes I take, there's something. I was talking to a sister just a few minutes ago that I always go home with something that I can implement. Like the class today, what the Imam Hamza talked about. I could always, take something home. And some of the sisters, I have a halakha in San Francisco that I go to, they always call me, so what did you learn today from Zaytuna? Right. And I'm so glad. So they can't come because they don't drive and they have other things to do. But alhamdulillah, I'm sharing what I get from here, right. And subhanallah, sometimes I come here, I'm tired or I'm sad. I go home, wow, subhanallah. I mean, it's just, we're just here, we're visitors here. Why am I so worked up about nothing? It doesn't matter, It's all about our ibadah, our interactions with people, subhanallah, alhamdulillah. I'm constantly reminded of, it's not the dunya, it's the hereafter. This is just nothing, subhanallah.
Yeah, the atmosphere here is very heartwarming. I can honestly say I've never been to a place with better brothers, just that brotherhood is here. You can see it. It's not when you read about brotherhood in Islam, you take this book and it's like, okay, this is really nice. When you come to the Zaytuna, you see the brotherhood, you feel the brotherhood, you are the brotherhood, and you're with the brothers, alhamdulillah. And the same for the sisters as well when they come here, alhamdulillah.
It's just a beautiful environment, plus being around all these scholars and just the nur from them. It just the vibe that you get from here is like no other. I mean, beautiful. I don't know how else to put that, but it's just being here. It's just being here just does it for me.